Bam. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is a beautiful Tuesday episode. We've got an interesting thread for you guys today. So if you guys enjoy this thread, it is gym employees. What's your best roid rage / gym freakout story? So let's see what these roided up monsters are doing out here in the gym. All right. There's a guy that bursts through the door every time he comes in and refers to himself as the fucking wolf when he pumps himself up before a set. All right. Okay. All right. Apparently that dude is the wolf. Okay. My friend always told me about this one massive guy at his home gym that would yell at his muscles before lifting with them. Imagine a jacked, hairy guy standing at a squat rack, slapping his legs and yelling, "Wake up, time to lift." All right, man. People do some weird shit in the gym. And honestly, that one I've seen a lot. I don't get it. It's just the weirdest thing ever to me. I'm just like, what are you doing? Just lift it. Like, what? Like, don't get me wrong. You know, I do a little bit of like, you know what I mean? Like, I do a little bit of stretching here and there, a little bit of muscle loosening, whatever. Like that's fine. Okay, cool, understandable, whatever. But if you're just sitting there and you're just like, yeah, time to wake up. And then you do, like, what are you doing? It's like those dudes who, like, slap themselves super hard, before lifting something. And it's just like, dude, lay your ass down and bench, bro. Golly, shut up. I never understand that. Never understand that. I saw a guy get mad at his spotter for jumping in to help him when he was doing bench press to failure. He was screaming, "You ruined my whole set. You ruined my whole set." The guy then walked over to the wall, put both hands on the wall, and just shrieked like, "Ah!" Then stormed to the locker room. Everyone literally stopped what they were doing just to watch this unfold. My guy, it is not that serious. It is not that serious, bro. You still got the gains in the end of the day. You're good, man. You hit hypertrophy. You're good. You got the gains for the day. You're good. What more do you need, brother? What's going on here? Hey, bro, you're good. What the heck is going on? It's not that serious. Like, dudes who don't get me wrong. Now, if this guy is like training for, bodybuilding competition, or like, I don't know, you're training for strongman or something, maybe. But even then, it's like, just hit it on the next set. He acts like that was his only opportunity to hit that set, and that was it. And it's like, bro, you're good. You can hit it again. Like, what the hell? I wonder why everybody was looking at him. They're just like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Like, you get another try, right? Like, dude. There was this guy at the YMCA I lifted at in high school, who was crazy as hell. The first time I saw him, he strolled through the door, held his arms out wide, and announced, "The Terminator is here." This one time, he was using one bench, and I walked up to the one next to him, but there were plates on it. I turned and asked, "Is someone using this?" "I don't know, man," he said, "but fuck them. They left. It's your bench." So I did my bench presses. Hey, he's not wrong. It's like, dude, if you're going to plate a bench and then just leave it, expect somebody's going to take your shit. Like, come on, man. And let's be honest here. You plate, you do your sets, you leave. You know what I mean? And then you take your plates off and you put them back. But don't just plate up a bench and then just leave it. Like, what the fuck? And if I'm being honest with you, it's probably a thing where homeboy plated the bench, he did his shit, and then he just left. There are some people that do that, and that annoys the fuck out of me. Oh my God. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you leaving your weights on there? Like, come on, man. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know what? This was about what I was going to lift. And so then I just lift that, and I'm like, cool. And then sometimes I'm just like, all right, man, this is like fucking 300 pounds. Like, there's no way I'm lifting this. Like, come on, dude. What are we talking about here? Like, what the fuck? Man. Like what are we doing here, brother? But hey, he ain't wrong about that one. I did work in a gym, but this is actually a story from when I was a member of a different gym. There was this dude that my friend and I called the Hero. He wore an American flag tank top, American flag shorts, white Converse, and an American flag bandana. Dude was the most patriotic person I've ever seen. The dude was pretty average in terms of strength. He would usually do like 135 on a bench in a 5x5 set. However, he touted himself as this incredible power lifter and was always hitting on the girls in the gym, talking about his latest competition. Every rep, no matter the exercise, no matter the weight, he'd shout toot at the top of every rep. It was hilarious. You could not laugh because it was so loud. The best part was he was actually like a super cool dude. They're always there for a spot and would give high fives to people once they finished their sets. He also never took off his weighting belt or wrist wraps. Miss that guy sometimes. Hey, man, all right. Sometimes there's very obnoxious guys in there, but honestly, some of the most obnoxious dudes and some of the most biggest dudes in the gym are like the coolest motherfuckers ever. The coolest motherfuckers ever, man. Hey, like, you wouldn't even think it. Because there's a guy that used to go to my gym. He doesn't go to my gym anymore. I think it's because he moved. But he was like huge. I mean, I'm talking huge, dude. Dude was probably like maybe 220. He, when I would talk to him, I was just like, dude, how the fuck did you get so big? And he was like, oh yeah, man. He's like, I was on steroids for a little bit. And then he was like, I got off of them. And then I started doing like natural, bodybuilding and stuff. But, he was a bodybuilding competitor. He even had his Pro-Am card and all that kind of stuff. I was like, yo. And he was always one of those dudes that, he was always trying to push weight that he could not push, and he knew he couldn't push it. I'm like, my God, that is an immense amount of weight. Like, what are you doing? And there's been times where, he was just the most annoying guy ever, but then he would go to other people and he'd be like, you can do it, push, and you couldn't help but see this big ass buff dude supporting you, and you're like, all right, man, he's a good guy. It just happens like that. Man, that's sometimes what I love about the gym. Sometimes is you do make the weirdest friends, and you're just like, you know what, I hated that guy at once, but then, he turned out to be a good guy. Turned out to be a pretty good guy. That it does happen. It does happen a lot. Man, the 022 guy, I worked at a gym as a manager of the child center. It wasn't a roid rage, but I had to suspend a very pregnant woman's child for biting other children to the point that they'd bleed. God damn. She was pissed and screamed at me saying that there was no proof except she didn't realize we kept records of previous incidents that she signed, and then complained to my boss telling her that I called her son a menace, except who says that anymore? The entire time she was complaining, her child was hitting her and also screaming. Yeah, she canceled her membership and no one was sad. Facts. Bro, how do you not believe your child is biting on motherfuckers and hitting on other little kids? Do you not see what's going on? But see, I think it was a thing where she was just like, no, this is affordable for me. You cannot kick my kid out of this. I need this. I think that's what it was. She was like, I know my kid is bad, but I'm going to deny it so that way I can keep my kid here. I think that's what it really was. Because I'm just like, dude, what the heck? Why in the hell would you have that? Why would you have your kid just running around biting kids and you think that's just okay? No, that's just Jimmy. That's just Jimmy. That's just how he is. No, girl, what the fuck? You're crazy. Not an employee, but I watched some dude freak the fuck out on another, screaming, "You're training back and shoulders on the same day. You're a moron. I should beat you." And just went on top of his lungs for a good 2 minutes, slammed down his weights and everything. Is it wrong to train back and shoulders on the same day? What? I would ask him that general question as he's just yelling. I'd just be like, Is it wrong to train back and shoulders? Like, what should I be doing then? You know? Like, what? I don't get that. I'm like, train how you want to train. You know what I mean? Like, whatever works for you. I look at it like, dude, you're in the gym. You know? Like, kudos to you, brother. You're in the gym. And most people can't even get that far. You know? But you're doing it. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I think that is weird as hell. How people try to tell other people how to train. You know, sure, give them points and pointers and tips and things like that. And like, hey, you know, this works for me. That's a lot of times what I do. I'm just like, hey, this works for me. You know, maybe you can try it. Yeah, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you like how your training is wrong. Like, what? Like, you're in the gym. Like, as long as you're doing something and you're pushing your body to, you know, some type of limit, you're good, man. You're good. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, okay. Like, dude, like that guy should be banned from the gym. Like, that's just weird. That's just weird, dude. Go work out at home or something if you want to be like that. Goodness. About a year ago, we had two guys that were bodybuilders that were always here training for an event that definitely seemed enhanced, if you know what I mean. About 2 weeks before the competition, the one guy was maxing out on biceps and tore a distal bicep tendon, and it was very obvious. He was so pissed, he got up and slammed the other weight on the floor, and the other guy had to hold him back as he destroyed a water station jug and started punching the wall and otherwise going on a rampage. Yo! I'd be like, my gym day is over. I'm going home. I don't want to see how this ends. Fuck no. The other guy eventually like rode him outside and calmed him down after 15 to 20 minutes. To clarify, rode him. That's all I could think of to describe it. The guy was on a triad, or I have no idea what that is. Like on of those autopilot triads. I have no idea what that is. Like when someone is drunk and they lose control, the friend sort of grabbed him from behind, one arm over the shoulder. Oh, okay. I don't know why you use a weird ass word like tirade. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. Ha! I'm illiterate. Okay. Like the guy was on a tirade. Okay. And then the friend sort of grabbed him from behind, one arm over the shoulder and one over the other, and guided the guy to the door as they were still yelling and trying to kick the shit out of him. Like, okay, hey, look, man, I would have left far before that. Like, if I worked there, then I'd have been like, ah, shit. You know, but if I just was there and that was just my day, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut this session short and we're going to go home because I'm not trying to see the end of that. No thanks. And I'm not trying to be in that man's way either. You know, like, no thanks. No, thank you. I'm not about to be involved in that. No. Not necessarily my best one, but pretty good. I was overseeing one of my facilities when this happened. There's a class going on, and the other gentleman starts walking through the middle of the classroom. The instructor politely tells the gentleman that there's a class going on, but if he needs something from the room, she'll be glad to get it from him. For him. He flips his shit and starts calling her every name under the book. Magically, the general manager appears around the same time, so I get involved. I walk over, calmly tell the gentleman that there's no need for such language. At that point, he starts calling me every name in the book. I tell him his membership is now canceled. Leave or I'm calling the police. He then throws a hissy fit, starts jumping on the rowing machines like a child and knocking over the weights trees. Then he proceeds to pick up some of the barbells and throw one at the instructor. Yo! My man is crazy. At the instructor, and then tried to swing one at me. The guy must have been close to 80, so it wasn't hard to dodge. At this point, a buddy of his comes over and grabs him and takes him to the locker room so we don't call the cops, and then he leaves. What in the hell? My man's is out here just throwing weights around, and like he threw a dumbbell at the fucking instructor. That's crazy. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Like, what? You're just throwing it at them like that? Yo. And for what? It's like you're an old man in the gym. Like, calm down. You know, like what? It's just not that serious. It's crazy how so many people take like the gym that serious. It's like, dude, relax. You're good, man. You ain't getting paid for this. You know, like, you're fine. It's not like it's a competition. You're not, you know, I see a lot of dudes do that in the gym. They act like it's a competition and they're just like, oh, well, he did like 10 reps. I'm going to do 20. And you're just like, all right, cool. Good for you, brother. You know, like what's the point? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. This guy was in the locker room and went to get a drink from the drinking fountain. He didn't notice that someone, my buddy, didn't turn the fountain nozzle back after filling his water bottle, and the guy got his shoes wet because of it. So he starts on a tangent. Oh, this fucking great. Yeah, this is fucking great. I was late for work. Car had a flat tire. Forgot my energy drink. Had to skip lunch. I ain't had a carb all day. He is now known as the carb guy. Damn, my man was having a bad day. You know, I'd probably flip out too after having a bad day like that. You know, like shit. You know, my boy was late for work. His car had a flat, and that in itself would piss me off. I don't know why you were at the gym. At that point, I would have took my ass home. I'd have been like, I'm late for work. My car got a flat. I forgot my energy drink, so I'm tired as hell, and I'm hungry as shit. You know, I'd be like, fuck the gym. I'm going home. I'm going home. This is my indication of saying, hey, you need to go home. That's where I would have went. I would have been like, nah, I'm good with this. I'm going home. I'm done. I would have not went to the gym because my day would have only gotten worse. But I think he probably looked at it like, you know what? I can go to the gym and then at least I'll have one good thing about today. And then that happens. And he's like, son of a bitch. He was like, just when I thought I was going to have one thing go right today, it didn't go right today. Like, damn. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing. I ain't going. Yeah, he probably needs a hug or something. Let's see. We had this one guy who was pretty legit crazy. All the employees got a pretty weird vibe from him when he signed up, and he had been kicked out from 3 other gyms in our town. Damn. Anyway, he never quite freaked out, but he did a lot of weird stuff. He screamed at people for taking too long between their sets because it disturbed his zen. He complained to us in the staff room that all women there distracted him from proper lifting because they wore tight clothes and tried to get us to change that. He once screamed at me while I was working out because I didn't re-rack my weights when I went to refill my water bottle, yet never once re-racked a single weight. Just because walking in the gym, you could tell that he had been there earlier. He got upset with one of our senior members, who is a champion in senior natural bodybuilding at 78 years, because he wasn't as big as he was being... Wait, what? Because he wasn't as big as he was being 27 and on roids. Damn, son, you on 27 and you on steroids? My God. Oh. Stood around naked in the changing room, naked while posing in front of the mirror, mumbling encouraging things to himself. After a while, we had to suspend his membership because he harassed all the members so much that our regulars wanted to switch gyms. Kind of a dick. Great toning and symmetrical muscles though. Yeah, I mean, homeboy was on roids for one, and then 2, I'm sure he was up in the gym like 2-3 times a day. I can't stand those people. I'm like, yo, 2-3 times a day in the gym? That's wild. I go once, you know, like if that. I'm like, bro, like that's just crazy that people go 2-3 times. Like, what for? Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you know, are very aesthetically, built, you might want to, or if you're doing competition, I understand that, but God, that just seems like a lot of work. And it's like, how do you have the time for that? I know I don't. I don't got time for all that. I like naps too much, man. You know, like, shit. I'm just saying. I'm like, dude, I like naps too much, man. God damn. I like to watch me a little TV or something. Like, shit. I'm just saying. Like, 2-3 times a day? Shit. I can see why he got kicked out of 3 other gyms, though. Like, shit, dude. I'm sure it was the roids that was making him all crazy like that, though. This story is perfect. So, this occurred at the Dartmouth gym back in around 2013. I'm really hoping someone in this thread is also there. For context, there was this jerk of a gym manager who would always come over and yell at you for slamming weights, even if you weren't actually slamming them. I know slamming weights is really annoying, so I'm not defending it. But you have to believe me that this guy had a hair trigger and loved to yell when there wasn't any weight dropping going on. Now, this is where the stars align. There was this roided up undergrad who I had seen before and knew he loved to drop weights. He was about 5'8", but all unnatural muscle. I knew the angry manager was at the front desk, so I thought, oh, this might get good. Sure enough, the roider starts doing cleans and dropping the weights about as loud as you can, and immediately this manager storms over, redder than a tomato and looking like he was about to burst. What followed was an unintelligible screaming from both of them, only about 1 inch from each other, sort of like this, but angrier. It was so much fun to watch. The whole gym stopped to watch. The best part, though, and the reason I'm telling this story was once the manager was going off to call security. I'm actually surprised they didn't fight, since there was some shoving, which would have been funny since the manager looked about 30 years older than the roider. The roider screamed this line, yeah, I get how it is. The strongest guy at the gym is getting kicked out for being too fucking strong. Fuck you, I'm leaving. He was completely serious in saying that too and stormed off. Oh man, I loved it. Dude, like, I get it. Dropping the weights, yeah, that shit is highly annoying. I wish people would not do it. That's why I put both earbuds in and I turn my shit up, because that shit's mad annoying. And I know if I was a manager too, I'd probably say something as well, because it's like, it's so unnecessary too. A lot of guys do it and it's just like, bro, that was unnecessary. You could have bent down and just dropped the weight. Like, you did not have to drop the weight from a standing position. You didn't need to do that. There was a time I've even seen a guy who was dropping weight all day, and I was just like, man, this dude is annoying. I'm like, whatever. My set is almost done. And then I'm going to just get out of here. So I'm benching, and I finished, and I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just go fill my water bottle up. I'm going to drink some water, hit probably one more set, and I'm going to leave. This dude drops the weight, wham, right on his foot. And I was just like, oh, in my head, I was like, that's what you get. And dude was like, oh, my foot, oh. And people were coming around him and stuff, and they were just like, are you okay? And it's funny because the trainer that was on the floor that day, he was just like, yeah, that's why you don't drop weight, idiot. And I was just like, facts. I didn't say that, but in my mind, I was like, facts, you stupid motherfucker. Like, dude, stop dropping the weight. It's so unnecessary. For what? You just look like a douchebag. You don't look cool. You don't look all that great. Like, no. Like, dude, just bend down. Drop the weight. It's fine. You look normal. You look like everybody else. Sorry. It's like, dude, come on, man. That shit is crazy. That was the only time where I've been like, that's the only gym story where I'm just like, I was annoyed with somebody and they got that instant karma. I'm like, yes, you deserve that. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, dude, you're not cool. Stop. Like, come on, man. Come on. And he was a big dude, too. So it's like, bro, you could easily just drop that weight. You still look buff. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're dropping the weight don't make you look buffer. Like, come on, man. Like, damn. And he was a big dude. I was like, dude, you look great. Stop. Like, people are looking at you already just because you're a big dude. Like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. All right. This is going to go ahead and be our last one. This one guy at my gym looked like Michael Douglas in Falling Down, had an awesome 1,000-yard stare, and was always looking like he was insanely angry. Carried around an old alarm clock to time his lifts like an old analog clock with the bells on top. One day gets angry at something, full on humps in the air and roundhouse kicks the paper towel dispenser off the wall in the middle of a crowded gym. He was subsequently asked to leave. While on the way out, he took out his further anger on another paper towel dispenser by straight up Patrick Swayze throat ripping it off the wall, Roadhouse style. So this man pretty much probably went to a kickboxing class and was just like, yeah, I'm going to show everybody in the gym my kickboxing prowess. Like, hey, ladies, check this out. Like, look what I can do. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Go to an MMA gym for all that. Like the MMA gym, like I've gone to a few MMA gyms, and a lot of those, like everybody is like that. Everybody's kicking shit off of stuff, and they're smacking the punching bags with their feet real hard and whatnot. See how loud they can make a like boom on it. Like go there. Trust me, those guys. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's tolerating it. You know what I mean? Like. Unless he probably came from an MMA gym and was just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to train in front of all the normies, Like, a lot of those MMA gym guys are kind of, I don't want to say they're dicks, but a lot of them are just like, oh, yeah, they have such a I'm better than you kind of complex, because, like, they can fight, and it's like they're in shape, but they can fight, and it's just like, that's cool, bro, but I look, man, I just tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down just a little bit. Look, I get you can beat up everybody here. I get that 100%, because the only reason I go to a UFC gym is I take a kickboxing class, and, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to, learn how to use my feet and whatnot. But a lot of the guys who have been doing it for years and stuff like that, those guys, they got big heads, man. Oh my God, they got big heads. And you're just like, chill, man, chill. Like, it's all good. I know you can beat up everybody here, but damn, man, chill. But that's going to go ahead and be that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that different thread. Thought I'd do something a little different for you guys, something a little interesting. If you guys have any weird gym stories that you know about, or just people in general that are, acting crazy and acting a fool in public, let your boy know. All right. I'm going to hop into announcements super quick, get those out of the way, and then we will go and head into our scenarios that you guys have sent in for today's episode. So patreon.com/myasshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday. Get a year's worth of content over there on Patreon, man. My goodness, it's good to say that. Oh, we've been doing the show for a little more than a year now. So, again, get a year's worth of content over there on Patreon, $3 a month, get you exclusive access to those episodes, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on Tuesday and Sunday episodes. All right. Audio listeners, keep downloading the podcast, as well as showing that support by giving it a nice 5-star rating. It does help out a lot, and I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. If you want to help us even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, as well as Instagram, man. That helps out a lot. Even if you don't watch on the YouTubes, just hitting that subscribe button does help out your boy. All right. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing. Loving it so much. TikTok, we're still on the road to 10K. I'm hoping I can hit it by the end of this year. I was hoping to hit it by June, but I went from 1,000 to 5,000 in the span of like January to June. So hopefully we can hit 10K by the end of the year. That is a big goal of mine. So, definitely follow us over there on TikTok. TikTok is kind of whack because they're doing this whole family friendly BS, which I think is really annoying. And so a lot of my clips, they don't get pushed to my followers and stuff like that. So it's kind of annoying. You know, they don't want to put your boy in the algorithm and stuff like that. And it's like, because we keep it reels over here and we be talking about some crazy shit. And they're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There are children's on this app. And I'm like, man, children's don't even need to be on this app. If I'm being honest with you, the shit you see on TikTok, kids don't need to be on that fucking app. You know, kids don't even need to be on apps in general. That's the crazy thing to me is I feel like kids don't even need to be on apps in general. But whatever, man. It is what it is. They want to appeal to fucking family friendly bullshit. They might as well. So again, help your boy out on TikTok, and I ask you guys to follow on TikTok and Instagram just because Instagram is a little more lighter on that. They kind of let me post whatever the fuck I want to post over there. They don't like remove the sound and all that bullshit. And they're like, oh, you get a community guideline strike. Fuck you, TikTok. All right. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, man. So again, there are some clips that aren't on TikTok that are on Instagram. So, you know, do what you may. Follow us on both if you want. It's free. And like I said, if it's for free, it's for me. I'm just saying. All right. So let's get on into our scenarios for today. All right, first one. Am I wrong? My ex is in an abusive marriage and wants to get back with me. What should I do? Uh-oh. So I, 24 male, loved this girl, 24 female, 3 years ago, and broke up with her because I thought I wouldn't be able to keep her happy. Stupid, I know. I regretted it later. She's from a big family full of close relatives, and I don't do well with more than direct blood relatives. She then married someone else and also had a child later on. Oh, I regretted breaking up with her, but at least I was happy that she found happiness. I somehow got in touch with her. One moment. Woo! Thank you for those who said bless you. I somehow got in touch with her recently and found out that she's in an abusive marriage. Her husband regularly drinks and beats her and fights with her all the time in front of their 2.5-year-old child. She says that she's tolerating it all for her child. Oh, she's tolerating it all for her child, and that she wants to be with me if possible, along with her child. She says she'll divorce him if I'm willing to be with her and be her child's father. That's a tough one. You know, she's not only asking you to take on the responsibility of like being with her, but she's also like, father my child. And it's like, I don't know about that one, baby girl. I mean, if he's up for it and he's willing to do it, go for it. But it's like, I don't know, dude. That's like, you're still in your mid-20s, and that's not your kid. That's tough to have that much responsibility. But I don't know. We'll see. I still love her and feel she's very much a good partner for me, but I don't know if separating a child from his father and being the reason for their family to fall apart is the right thing to do. So what should I do? Damn, bro. Oh, and you know what? It's definitely not going to be easy. You're going to have baby daddy drama like a motherfucker. Why? Because homeboy is the way he is. You know what I mean? He's already hopped up on alcohol and beating her and doing all this shit in front of the kid. So if he finds out that she is divorcing him to be with you, oh, bro, that is going to cause so many issues. It's going to be baby daddy drama all day long. And she is looking at you like Captain Save-A-Ho. And I hate to say that, but that's just the position that she is putting you in, bro. You know? And it's tough enough where like you're already going to, take on her, the responsibility of her. Because I guarantee you she's going to move in with you. I guarantee you that. She probably ain't got nowhere else to go. I mean, unless she decides to go live with her parents or whatever. But I want to say she's most likely going to be trying to live with you. And she's going to try to live with you. And then she's bringing the kid in this. And then not only, do you have to take care of her, but you got to take care of her son too. And that's even a lot, especially if you've never had kids before and you've never, really had that kind of level of responsibility before. That's a huge thing. I know even for me, it's kind of hard to fathom dating a single mom because I look at it like, well, dude, I don't know if I can handle your life, like if it's just me and you, oh, I got it. You know what I mean? I'm all about it. But if it's me, you, and another, human being, that's a little tough. Why? Because I don't have to deal with that. I don't, you know what I mean? But that's a lot of responsibility to then put on me, and then I'm trying to figure it out. And it's like, that can be tough. That can be daunting for a guy who doesn't have kids to all of a sudden have a kid because he's deciding to date this girl. And then you're dealing with the baby daddy drama. That is going to be a whole nother can of worms because if he's abusive with her, he's going to try to fight you. Oh, 100%. He's like, you broke up our family. You talked her into leaving me. She wants a divorce because of you. And I'm going to beat your ass. He might even shoot you. You never even know. Oh, man, I would not lose my life over some coochie, bro. It's not going to happen. Sorry. Not me, Chief. Nope. Oh my goodness, that's just nah. Like there's too much vagina out in this world for me to be losing my life over one. That's just not about to happen. And this guy seems like he is off the rails like that. And think about it, he gets super drunk and plastered, and he's just like, you know what, fuck that guy. He drives over to the house all drunk, like screw, and he knows where he lives because it's probably a thing where, he's picked up the kid from there or something. I don't know. Yeah, he breaks into the house or whatever and he starts shooting the place up or something. Like, you just never know with somebody that unstable. Now if he was a guy who wasn't, constantly getting drunk and beating on her and all this kind of stuff, and he was just an average dude, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll probably still have the baby daddy drama, but you ain't got to worry about you dying. Like, let's keep it under OP. You ain't got to worry about you dying. But with this guy, he's a little more unstable. And so I think he's going to, on the short end, he's going to try to fight you. And then because he's blaming you for breaking up their family. And then on the higher end, he's going to try to kill you because he's like, oh, if I can't have you, then nobody can. That one is a tough one. Again, comment what you think. What should he do? Should he get with homegirl and risk it for the biscuit? Or should he tell homegirl, hey, look, you just got a little too much going on in your life. I don't need all that. I love you and I have love for you, but I just can't get involved in this craziness that you got going on, So let me know. All right, on to our next one. Wife was cheating on me over our short 2-year marriage. Oh, brother.
She belongs to the streets.
Damn. Okay. So me, male, 31, and my ex-wife is 27. We got married 2 years ago, and I used my stepmom's inheritance to pay for the wedding and most of our belongings. Last Christmas, as we were playing Happy Family, Mom made a photo album of a wedding, or of our wedding, etc. I flew back home while she stayed with family for a few days before coming back. I found out she was trying to sleep with one of her old flames. Premeditated, trying to arrange multiple times to meet up, looking at hotels and Airbnbs, even going as far as saying stuff like get plan Bs so you can come in me. Yo! That's crazy. Even though we were trying to be careful to not fall pregnant as she came off birth control. So the husband is out here using condoms, but her old flame gets to smack raw? Oh my God. That's crazy. She's like, hey, little flame, you can hit this coochie Raw baby boy. But husband, nah, he's got to wrap it up. That's crazy. Okay. They started talking 9 months after our marriage. Damn. And she was talking to him during our anniversary. Oh, we had a massive argument, and she said that she would never do it again and couldn't lose me. 1 month later, after my dad and sister flew down for a week while we both were aching like nothing was wrong, or acting like nothing was wrong. Okay, he wrote it wrong. Acting like nothing was wrong. I found out she was still talking to him, saying stuff like, "You just love the fact I can't stop doing what you tell me to do, even though I shouldn't have." Damn. She then started talking about opening the marriage or having a boy-girl threesome. So 2 dudes and her. Damn, she trying to be like, yo, fill them holes, baby. 4 months later, after trying everything to fix things, she started hiding a new 19-year-old friend from the gym's messages. They had been on a few coffee dates, etc., and was just being sneaky, hiding their phone, deleting messages, etc. I said I didn't feel comfortable with it all, but also not trying to stop her from having friends, but she didn't respect it and gaslit me to her friends and family, saying I was controlling. 2 weeks ago, we had a massive fight. I told her that if she didn't want to work on us, she could pack her stuff and leave. She did. I obviously said some nasty stuff during our last fight due to everything. I'm not proud, but I also don't regret it. But yet she was sitting there talking about, oh, I can't lose you, so I'm going to stop talking to old boy that I'm going to let Kareem pie me. Like, what? Girl, do you need him or not? Because you're saying that you need him, but you're moving different. You're moving like you don't need this motherfucker. You're over here talking to 19-year-old man's like, oh, God damn. I'd let you, see how flexible I am. Like, bro, what are you doing? This girl is crazy. Telling her friends and family I kicked her out, but also filing for an IVO, calling the cops on me and calling me abusive. She then proceeded to steal my cat and is now using it as blackmail for someone or for some of my stuff. And also re-adding her old flame 3 days after our split. She is now on every dating app and just being really promiscuous. She is now being an asshole and not coming to collect the rest of her stuff. I'm hurt and lost. I sacrificed myself for this woman. Now I'm all alone in an empty house. Yo. Oh, that's crazy. He chose the wrong one, man. That woman is wild. Damn, those must have been just 2 years of hell for that man. 2 years of hell. He's over here thinking, yo, I got the girl, man. Got the girl in my dreams. She's a little younger than me. She's a cute little thing. She likes to get a little freaky, nasty in the bed. Like, I'm all about it. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. And he got to marry her. He's like, yo, let's get it. And she just was like, nah, man. I'm just trying to get freak nasty out in the world, but still have my husband. And I think that's what she wanted. She wanted the best of both worlds. She wanted to be married and have everybody look at her like, oh my God, you're such a sweet wife. And da-da-da-da. And at the same time, she was just like, I want to be a freak nasty hoe out there, just going crazy. Like, girl, what are you doing, man? And she probably has no remorse hurting this dude. No remorse. It doesn't seem like it, because she sat there and was just like, no, I need you and I love you. And then she's over here meeting some 19-year-old dude in the gym talking about, oh yeah, you want to see how flexible I am? Like, yo, girl, oh, don't worry though. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get her comeuppance, if you will. You know what I mean? She's gonna get it because she's gonna get her karma. Because watch, she's gonna be in her mid-30s talking about, oh, I can't find no guy. There's no good men left and all this stuff. Yeah, because you got used up. You know what I mean? And you fucked over the good dude that cared about you and actually wanted to marry you, give you kids and all that good life you're looking for. But you wanted to be a hoe. You know, sorry.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, I mean, you let me know what you think. But yeah, I think she belonged to the streets, man. She a bona fide street lover. Golly. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend and ending my friendship after discovering their betrayal? All right, so I'm in a pretty tough spot and need some outside perspectives. All right, come on. All right, listen up, you. You know, I'm a 23-year-old female, and recently I discovered something that shattered my world. My boyfriend, who I'll call Jake, 25 male, and my best friend, let's call her Emily, 24 female, have betrayed me in the worst way possible. Oh, they was doing the nasty. Oh man, I don't know that. We'll see. Jake and I have been together for 3 years. We've had our ups and downs, and like any couple, but I truly believe he was the one. Emily and I have been friends since college. She's been like a sister to me, always there through thick and thin, or so I thought. Last weekend, I planned a small surprise party for Jake's birthday. Emily was, of course, on the guest list, and she even helped me with some of the arrangements. I thought everything was going well until I noticed Jake and Emily acting a little strange. Uh-oh. They were whispering to each other, sharing secretive looks, and at one point, I caught them holding hands when they thought nobody was looking. Oh. At first, I tried to brush it off, thinking maybe I was just being paranoid, but the nagging feeling wouldn't go away. So I did something I'm not proud of. I looked through Jake's phone while he was asleep. What I found confirmed my worst fears. There was hundreds of messages between him and Emily, some of them explicitly romantic. Oh. And others suggesting that they had been meeting up behind my back for months. Oh. I was devastated. I couldn't believe the two people I trusted the most in the world could do this to me. The next day I confronted Jake. He didn't deny it. Instead, he tried to justify it by saying that he and Emily had fallen for each other.
Bruh.
Oh. And didn't know how to tell me, as if that made it any better. Facts, brother. Heartbroken and furious, I kicked Jake out of my apartment. Then I called Emily and told her I knew everything. She started crying, apologizing and saying that she had never meant to hurt me, but her tears meant nothing to me. She was like, bitch, fuck you. I told her our friendship was over and that I never want to see her again. Since then, I've been getting messages from mutual friends saying that I overreacted, that love is complicated, and that I should try to forgive them.
Stop the cap.
Come on, man. No, there ain't nothing complicated about this. All right, homeboy saw that forbidden coochie. The forbidden coochie wanted him back, and he was just like, yeah. The sneaking around is just tasty. I love it. And homegirl doesn't know about it? Oh. You better believe it. I am having my cake and I'm eating it too. Oh, man, just the thought of it was making his dick hard. He was just like, man, we sneaking around. And, you know, homegirl is cool with it too. Like, you know, just the fact that Emily was cool with it. I bet homeboy was like, oh, I'm smacking up old girl. And Emily, like, oh. Jake was like, hey, man, State Farm treating your boy nice. Like, man, just saying. Since then, I've been getting messages from mutual friends saying, okay, that overreacted, love is complicated, and that I should try to forgive them. They said that I've been cruel by cutting both Jake and Emily out of my life completely, but I feel like what they did is unforgivable. Facts. So, am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend and ending my friendship with Emily after discovering their betrayal? Should I have handled things differently? Fuck no. You don't need that in your life, girl. You don't. You don't. And then, if I'm being honest with you, the fact that Jake is willing to do this with Emily, your friend, oh, he's willing to do it with another girl. And Matt, think about it like this. Say you did, reconcile with Jake, and he was like, I'm never going to do this again, babe. I love you, blah, 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 and you take him back. He's probably just going to do it again with some other girl, and I know, you know what I mean? I know, but you're like, but Aaron, you always say that if, he made a mistake and give him another chance. In this situation, he wants to be with that other girl. This is different. Now if he went out, him and Emily got drunk, whatever, they had a little one night, little get together, oopsies. And both of them are like, oh my God, we can never do that ever again. I can't believe we did this. Let's never talk about this. We don't know how. And then homegirl found out. Then it's like, okay, I would have told old girl, look, it was a mistake. It was just drunken mishap. You know what I mean? I would try to just get through this. You know what I mean? Talk to him about it. Make sure, hey, don't do this again, blah, blah, blah. Because it's a mistake. This ain't no mistake. Homeboy is in love with old girl. He loves her. He wants to be with her. So yeah, the relationship is over. There is no like, oh, let me just, talk to him and see if, nah, man, it's over. Homeboy pretty much broke up with you the moment he fell in love with Emily. Like come on, man. He broke up with you without telling you, pretty much. Like that's what happened here. And so, yeah. You don't need Emily in your friend group because she's a conniving little bitch, and that's not your friend. Let's keep this under P. That's not your friend. All right. Emily was there long enough because she probably wanted Jake from the get-go. She was probably just like, damn, homeboy looking like a schnack. Like, I likes that. And when that situation ends, oh, you best believe I'm gonna get up in there in that penis. Like, come on now. She was just waiting. And the fact that Jake was just like, oh man, our relationship is going down the tubes and, we having a hard time. She was just like, bing, light bulb. Then now is my cue to come from nowhere and steal your man. And what did she do? She stole your man. And again, Jake was just like, shit, girl, what's up? Oh, you cool with me smacking them walls and I'm still with old girl? Say less. I'm getting my cake and eating it too. Oh, baby. I'm just saying. So, yeah, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. You didn't overreact. None of that. You did the right thing. Kick them motherfuckers to the curb. Go let them be in love, and you move on, and you find you a better man. Nah, get the fuck out of there. That's just ridiculous that anybody would defend him. And if you're in the comments right now typing and you're defending this guy, how dare you? How dare you? Can't believe that you would have the gall. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, if you want to defend Jake, let me know in the comments. I want to hear it. How can you defend this guy? You know what I mean? But if you agree with me, hey, comment in there too that you agree with your boy. All right. So this is going to be our last one for today's episode. Just want to say, if you've gotten this far in the episode, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I love you. And let's get into this last scenario for this episode. Am I the asshole for not making him food after his work wife kept making him food? Oh, damn. All right, me, 27, female, and my husband, male, 34, have been married for 3 years, but we were dating for 4 years prior to that. So they've been together for about 7 years total. He recently got a promotion in his company and moved to a different department. In his department, he recently started interacting with a 24 female. Ooh, and she's a little younger. Uh-oh. I dislike her and have from the start. Oh, she's like, I can't stand that bitch. Every time I'm there, she makes sure to call him her work husband. Oh, she's one of those. Oh, she's like, oh, make sure you take care of my work husband. Like, oh. Or she will do simple things such as making him food or giving him extra tight hugs. Oh. But my breaking point was last week when he had come home with the food I made him. When I asked him why his lunch bag was still full of what I made him in the morning, he said that 24 female had made him food and he didn't want to seem rude and waste it.
Stop the cap.
Come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You could have just tasted her food and be like, oh my God, that's so good. I'm gonna take that home to me and my wife. She's got to try that. And I would have ate my wife's food and brought home her food. Like, oh yeah, old 24 female. She fucking made some food. I had a bite. It's pretty good if you want to try it. You know what I mean? If not, it's cool. I'll just eat it later. But your food was amazing, babe. Like, but see, I think it might be a thing where he's like, work wife over here. She a sexy little ting. Yeah, man. All right. So I ignored it till he threw away the food I made him. Oh, he threw her food away. Oh, I woke up at 6 a.m. just to make him his favorite food. But ever since then, this has been happening every day. It started to get annoying. So he's been throwing his wife's food away every day. Oh, ladies out there, imagine if you woke up at 6 in the morning to make your man some food. And he comes home and he throws that shit away because another bitch at work is making him food. Oh, I can see the comments now. They're like, this bitch, how dare she? Oh, and then your man. He ain't getting no booty. God damn. Oh, till today, I decided not to make him lunch. He came downstairs in the morning to me making breakfast, and I asked, making breakfast and asked me where his lunch was. I said I didn't make him one because it was going to go to waste anyways. Facts. He started arguing that I was being petty over a little thing. Come on, bro. Oh, come on, bro. But I tried to discuss how I felt, and he went over it. So am I the... he went over it. So am I the asshole for not making him food? Fuck no, man. Like, and then you want to get mad because I don't make you food? It's like, girl... it's like, man, what are you doing? I'm doing this out of sheer love and respect out of you because you're my mans and I love you. And I'm waking up at 6 in the fucking morning, mind you, to make you food. You know what I mean? I'm out here putting my love, sweat, and tears into this food for you. And you want to come home and throw it away because... 24 female over there making you some lunch with her big old titties. Like, come on, man. I don't know if she's got big old titties, but I'm just assuming. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then at this point, I'm like, girl, yeah, I'm surprised you ain't thinking like, is homeboy cheating on you with her? Because, the work husband thing and the work wife thing, and then, she out here making some food. Like, she is practically competing for your position. I wouldn't be surprised if they wasn't like texting or flirting in the emails or something like that. I would not be surprised. She probably looking at, him like, ooh, I'm way better than his wife. I'm younger, hotter, titties bigger, all that good shit. Like, he's definitely going to leave his wife for me. 24 female over there talking a mad shit, I guarantee you. While they at the workplace, she's like, oh, why don't you leave that old bitch? You know what I mean? Why don't you be with me? You know what I mean? I got so much more to offer. She'd probably be talking mad sexual to him too. Like, oh yeah, I love being on my knees. Oh, I love, oh my goodness. And homeboy's like over here adjusting himself like, yeah, for real? Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to paint a picture and be honest. It's like homeboy and her, I'd be careful with that one. Hey, let me know, what you think about that scenario and situation and all the scenarios that we've gone over, as well as the thread. That's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. Thank you so much and for listening and watching. Appreciate all the support. Again, patreon.com/myasshole podcast. Get on there for that year's worth of content, baby. My goodness, you think we got a bunch of content over here on the free 99 side? Oh boy, we got a whole year's worth more over there. Let's go and check that content out, man. Send your boy in some scenarios on Patreon, man, even if it's not your scenarios or it's a friend's or something you found on Reddit or TikTok, whatever it is, and I'll go over it, man. Check it out. Audio listeners, keep downloading and rating the show. It helps out. It gets new people on in here. It shows me that you guys are loving what we're doing every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, man. I love that support. I love seeing those numbers go up. I love seeing the support that you guys are showing. If you want to show even more support on the free 99 side of things, $3.99. All right. You ain't got to spend a dime to do any of this. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as, YouTube. It helps out a lot. All right. It helps out a lot, man. Get in that link tree. All the links to everything are down there, man. My streaming Twitch as well as Kick account that's even on the screen over there. That's in the description as well if you want to follow that. I'm gonna try to start streaming and kind of stay pretty consistent with that. And then there's the Haunting Adeline as well as all of the A Court of Thorns and Roses episodes are in there. All the playlists. I did create a playlist for the free Patreon Day episodes. So if you want to check out the free Patreon Day episodes before subscribing to Patreon and see kind of what Patreon is like, you got a whole 9-10 episodes in there that you can either audio listen to on Spotify. There's a link for Spotify as well as a link for YouTube. So whichever, you listen to or you prefer, it's in there for you guys. I got all the links down there. Even on you Spotify people, the links are in there. So check that out. Love you guys all. I'll see you on Thursday for more Court of Thorns and Roses and a crazy thread. And that's going to be it for you, boy. Love you all and peace.